This is Michael Popak, Legal AF. Remember the name William Lewis Floyd III, who also goes by Harrison William Prescott Floyd III. He is one of 18 co-conspirators who's been charged and is going to trial against Phony Willis, Fulton County DA, for election interference. He also has a, well, let's just say checkered past that I'm now going to bring to light for you, as we have new reporting that he's gone on social media abusing, bashing, attacking Phony Willis, who's going to be the prosecutor for his case, because he's decided that that's the right thing to do, as he's just been recently let out of jail. It couldn't raise the bond amount of money as he awaits trial. I mean, let's first talk about who he is. Then I'm going to tell you what he did where he assaulted an FBI agent and is facing an assault charge in Maryland, just having recently been the last to get out of jail because he didn't have bond before he was arraigned in Fulton County, and the things he's doing now. So we're going to do past Willie, current Willie, and future Willie on this hot take only on the MeidasTouch Network. Let's do past Willie. What did he do? Well, allegedly in the past, and I don't have confirmation of this, so I'm just going to give you what the reporting is, he served in the Marines. I guess he got honorably discharged, not sure. But he also joined a group or led a group called Black Voices for Trump. Blacks for Trump. Okay, I'm fine with that so far. What else you got, Willie? Well, Willie got recruited or volunteered, I'm not sure which, by a man of the cloth, Pastor Stephen Lee, a white guy in Georgia, to reach out and approach Ruby Freeman. God, Ruby Freeman's getting a lot of unwarranted focus in all of these cases. Ruby Freeman, along with Shay Moss, a mother-daughter team who were just election workers doing their civic duty, counting votes in Fulton County, Georgia, okay? A county that went for Biden, along with a state that went for Biden by almost 12,000 votes. She was just doing her job. And yet Donald Trump mercilessly attacked her, including on the media. Donald Trump mentioned her 18 times in a phone call he made to Brad Raffensperger, said that she was a con artist and a fraudster. Rudy Giuliani did such a number on Ruby Freeman and Shay Moss that they sued Rudy Giuliani in D.C. Circuit Court for defamation, and he's already lost that case on a default judgment sanctioned by the judge. And so that's Ruby Freeman, poor person, got doxxed, had to change her address, had to get police protection. And Ruby Freeman is at the heart of Willie Floyd III's crime and part of the conspiracy that he was a part of, because he got recruited by Pastor Stephen Lee, who recruited Floyd, who then recruited a former stylist for Kanye West. I'm not making this stuff up. If I was writing a movie script, it'd be rejected because it's so ludicrous. So Lee recruits Floyd, who recruits Trevion Cutie, another indicted co-conspirator, who then approach Freeman and scare the bejesus out of her. Cootie then tells her that they should meet at a police station because her life's in danger. Fraud, false. And when Freeman shows up, she says, you gotta tell the truth that you committed fraud in the election, and you inserted a thumb drive into voting machines to turn Trump votes into Biden, or add Biden votes that were fraudulent. And Ruby Freeman, I didn't do any of that. I counted votes and put them in a locked case underneath my desk. I don't know what you're talking about. And there's video cameras everywhere that show what I did. And I'm not gonna do that. So they were trying to corrupt this person and have them perjure themselves and lie that they participated in a fraud when they didn't. That's the conspiracy, part of the conspiracy that this guy Willie Floyd was involved with. And that's why he got indicted. Now, Willie Floyd has a colorful past. Before he got indicted, in March of last year, when Jack Smith, a special counsel, was serving him through the FBI with a subpoena to appear in front of the grand jury to talk about Black Voices for Trump and whatever happened in Georgia, Willie Floyd thought it was a good idea to assault the FBI agent, chasing him down a set of stairs along with another FBI agent, pushing him up against the wall, chest bumping him. And we'll show you clips and video. Willie Floyd's kind of a big guy, former Marine. at least as far as we know. So he got arrested, had to make an appearance, and he'll be sentenced at a future time after a trial or a plea deal there. That Willie Floyd. Willie Floyd, you then may remember, was also the last of the then 19, now 18 co-conspirators in Georgia to get out of jail. There was a handful of them that couldn't make bail, didn't have lawyers. He didn't have a lawyer. He barely has one now, and he couldn't make bail or a bond. So he had to sit in jail until his arraignment. And then when he got arraigned, he got released by Judge Scott McAfee, along with conditions of his release, I'm sure, that require him not to interfere with the administration of justice, attack prosecutors, witnesses, and the like. But that's all that Willie Floyd has done since he's gotten out. He has put up on multiple screens on his social media attacks on what Fani Willis looks like, comparing her to a cartoon character. We'll show that. And calling her Boo Boo, if you remember the old Yogi Bear skit. Saying that she's looking for fame and that she's should be focused instead on crime and the open cases that are in Georgia. And liking other social media posts that also attacked her, brought by other co-conspirators. So you have these misogynist, disparaging, attacking, hostile social media posts against your prosecutor. This is a page I know out of Donald Trump's book, and he thinks, I guess, he's some sort of mini Donald Trump. But in my 32 years of experience, including in criminal matters, I've never seen it be a proper approach or strategy for an indicted defendant who needs to eventually negotiate potentially with the prosecutor, bashing mercilessly the prosecutor and her team in social media. It's never wise. That's the person that's going to decide whether you go to jail or not, ultimately, and how hard and how focused her team are going to be on you in the presentation of evidence in a trial, or whether they're going to offer you a plea deal at all. And he even goes as far as to attack the reporting about the plea deals that the prosecutor is offering to certain witnesses to turn state's evidence to become witnesses for the prosecution, which is totally normal. You take the least culpable people and you offer them a deal as you continue to build your case as they become witnesses for the prosecution. Let's be clear. Fani Willis is not going to be trying 18 people for criminal conspiracy in Georgia. If she tries 6 of those people and takes pleas on the other 12, that sounds more like it. Just to give you, that's commonplace in the prosecutor world as you continue to build your case and get witnesses to flip. And we have a recent precedent that we can rely on for Fani Willis. She indicted over 30 people in Atlanta at the school board for a bribery scandal. By the time she went to trial with like 12. And she pled out cases with the other 20 plus. That's what she's going to do in that similar ratio here. There's going to be those true believers, those Kool-Aid drinkers that are not going to take a deal. Rudy Giuliani, I don't think takes a deal. Sidney Powell, probably not. Ken Chesborough, who both of them going to trial in about 2 weeks, probably not. But the rest of them, these fake electors, these ones that have no money, no dog in the fight, so to speak, no, Trump doesn't know them, wouldn't be able to pick them out of a lineup or at a coffee shop. If they come in now and avoid jail time, they're going to take it. So we're going to see more flipping going on over, especially if Fani Willis wins in her trial, 3 or 4 month trial that starts October the 23rd against Ken Chesborough and Sidney Powell for the same conspiracy. So this is really to kind of shine a light on William Lewis Floyd III, a.k.a. Harrison William Prescott Floyd III. That's a long name to fit on the back of a orange jumpsuit. And at the rate he's going, sure, he's got a First Amendment right. He wants to attack his prosecutor and call her names and body shame her. As long as it doesn't cross over to violent attacks and rhetoric, I guess we'll put up with it. But is it really bright? As some commentators have said, and I'll join them here, can these lawyers They seem to have no control over any part of their clients, because all of them are acting out and lashing out on social media and thrashing about as we're awaiting their trials. Never a good strategy. Don't make the prosecutors any more focused on you and dedicated to their cause than they already are, because you're attacking their family, their appearance, or them. Is that smart? Try to recede into the woodworks and nobody remembers who you are. Who's that guy again? That's the reaction you want. You don't want the reaction to be, the guy that assaulted an FBI agent who couldn't make bail in Georgia, that had to sit in jail, that's bashing my boss on a regular basis. That guy I remember. I have his file right here. I take it home every night. That's where Floyd's going, and that's where he's at. The payback that he'll get from Fani Willis's team is just a hyper focus and concentration, because nothing concentrates the mind more like you attacking the person's boss, especially when it's a misogynist and talks about her appearance and fat shaming. Totally out of bounds. And we know he can cross over into violent rhetoric, because he's based on an affidavit that was filed. He tried to beat up an FBI agent. Another good reason not to have this guy out and about. And at the rate he's going, Mr. Floyd, he's going to be spending a lot of time down at the Fulton County Jail awaiting his fate in a trial. He's like 1 or 2 social media posts away from violating the conditions of his release and being picked up. And we'll be here to report on it on the MeidasTouch Network, the only network out there that sits at that intersection of law, politics, and justice every day, every hour, every minute, to bring you hot takes and analysis like this one. We don't blow smoke or sunshine. We just tell you the truth using our analysis. I have over 30 years experience as a trial lawyer in courtrooms and courthouses just like the ones I'm reporting on. And I bring that to you right here. The leaders of Legal AF, the podcast that I co-founded on the MeidasTouch Network, we've got 75 years of collective experience, including 30 years on the prosecutor's side. So we can break it down for you right here and explain it in hot takes like this. And if you like hot takes, I love hot takes. Every time I say that, I think about hot cakes and I get really hungry. I love hot takes. Then watch us on Legal AF, the leading show on the leading podcast on law, politics, and justice, also exclusively on the MeidasTouch Network, Wednesdays and Sundays. Legal AF, yes, it's what you think. I co-anchor it. Karen Friedman Agnifilo on Wednesdays, Ben Meisalas on Saturdays, and then on audio platforms wherever you can get it. Until my next hot take, until my next Legal AF episode, this is Michael Popak reporting.
Hey, Meidas Mighty, love this report? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch to keep up with the most important news of the day. What are you waiting for? Follow us now.